a story from my fellow educator, Heather. There have been many times in my life when I wished it was all a bad dream, that all the memories would just go away. I usually don't ever bring it up. It's too confusing to briefly explain. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I used to travel the country as a Catholic musician. I even got invited to Nashville to record a CD because of it. My specialty was playing for an event called Adoration. People used to think that I had some sort of mystical powers, that if they heard me playing, God was actually present in the space. It followed me wherever I went. Catholicism ran every aspect of my life. I was a couch surfing 20-year-old and I wasn't making good money, but because of my connections through the church, I was relatively okay, financially speaking. There was one major conflict to being Catholic that would completely blow up in my face. One day in college, I was out drinking late with friends, and I let a girl to come over, crash at my bed. She didn't have a car, she was super tipsy. And I offered to let her crash at my place and then drive her to work the next morning. I figured it wouldn't be a big deal. Next morning, I got a text from my roommate, Vicky, who was also my admissions officer, saying, "We need to talk." She sat me down and accused me of being gay. I didn't deny it. She told me I needed to leave right away, that she even threatened me with violence, and I packed up what belongings I could in my car, and I never looked back. My entire family abandoned me. I lived in my car for a month, and not a single person in my family offered to help. I became a complete social pariah. I lost literally everything I'd ever known. I lost my connections in music. Such a strange juxtaposition to be in, because in a weird way, I was finally free. It's also fucked up, but I think a lot of the peace that came from feeling validated. I felt so proud of my decision not to deny it. There's a lot of power in persecution, and it was a fight I was suddenly completely willing to bear no matter what. I used to remind myself of phrases like, "God is love," in an effort to find Him. I would watch and I would read everything I could about the church's stance on LGBTQ+ issues. I had become addicted to trying to understand why it was wrong. I was finding myself entangled in this problem of being told God is love, but also seeing the LGBTQ+ community as being filled with love. I'd watch videos of gay couples, people who lived through the AIDS epidemic, and that kind of love shook me. God's love was presented to me as effortless, but it came with heavy strings. The love of the LGBTQ+ community was free. It wasn't until I made my way to New Orleans in 2021 that I started to find out that I belonged somewhere. New Orleans is riddled with pain just like mine. I mean, people can shit all over New Orleans for being super liberal, but here is where I began to find love. Real love. Authentic love. And if you can remember, God is love. All instances of love are good and godly according to Christianity. Music has finally come back to me. I'm a piano player now. I'm a gay piano player who works at Ben Franklin High School, and I could not be more fucking proud. I run all day in a pair of rainbow Doc Martens, and nobody bats an eye. This current legislation is serious, but it'll never be able to strip my identity away. I literally lost everything to be gay. And I do it all over again because it was so worth it. This time though, I know I've got a city behind me. I know what real love is, and I'm never gonna lose it again.